I moved to the UK when I was 15. I'd spent just a few days in my new school when one day another pupil, completely out of the blue, yelled something at me between classes. He called me the N-word. Now, as you might imagine, I was shocked and I didn't quite know what to do in that moment. But the day went on and afterwards I went home and that was that. But I was so hurt and confused by the whole experience. I felt powerless and, to be honest, I didn't quite feel that anything could be done about the situation. For a lot of black and ethnic minority people in Britain today, conversations about race and racism take place largely within their own communities and families. That's why last summer I was amazed to hear countless of previously unheard of stories from people recounting experiences they've had of racism in this country. Now, the spark, of course, was the tragic and horrific murder of George Floyd, a black man in the US, at the hands of a white police officer. Now, there are many ways of approaching this subject, and one of the ways I've been reflecting on this is through the question, what if we actually lived in a world without racial inequality? What would that actually look like? What if we actually lived in a world without racial inequality? Now, the fact that we have so many people and organisations who've committed their lives to anti-racism work suggests that we do believe it is possible to live in a world without racial inequality. But from my tiny experience in that school all the way to George Floyd's horrific murder, the evidence suggests that this is going to be hard work. And it seems a bit naive or even far-fetched to suggest that our world could be rid of racial inequality. Now, I'm a Christian and I've recently been meditating on some of the biblical texts on this very issue. And I'd love you to join us as I share some of the things I've been thinking and reflecting on recently. Now, no doubt there'll be things that we agree on, but there'll also be things that we see differently as well. But I'd still love you to join us. And, you might be thinking, but hasn't Christianity been complicit in advancing racism around the world? Do we even need to consider what Christianity has to say on this subject? Whatever you think, wherever you're coming from, I really would love to have you as part of the conversation. So do join us and I look forward to seeing you. Thank you.